I think we are very, diverse in our skill sets. You got George, sniper, knockdown shooter, but also I think versatile defender, can make really good passes as well, gets in the lane. Obviously, Ice is a great defender. Good transition player. TT off the bench has been great energy-wise. And then myself, I just try to do a little bit of everything. Try to give us, whatever we need. Coming off the bench, we got Craig, who's been playing extremely well too, especially for a rookie. Filling in, obviously, with DG and Don were hurt, but he's been doing a hell of a job.
How important is it to have diversity, like you said, in the skill sets, specifically with guys?
I think it's super important, especially with the starting five that we have. Obviously they do what they do. Obviously, two dynamic guards, Max, shooter, and two bigs. It's important for us to come in and kind of fill in the cracks and kind of do what isn't done in the first unit.
How is getting to that six-man role and that consistency helped you out this season?
It's helped out a lot. I think just solidifying my role, just coming off the bench pretty much every game. I think as humans, once we get in the habit of doing something, it becomes routine for us. So I think that's just been a point of emphasis for Coach and myself.
You've already told us how you like playing with both DG and Don on the court at the same time, but when Max is a part of that and you guys have that kind of small ball lineup with Evan at the 5, how does that kind of help you accentuate what you can do?
Yeah, it's tough to guard. The defense has to make decisions on, who they're going to leave open, if they want to double off the pick and roll with Don and DG, or if you want to give them one-on-one coverage. So I think it just presents a lot of mismatches and opportunities for us to play off closeouts.
Caris, you guys are 6-2 in your last 8. What do you attribute that turnaround to?
I think just guys getting more comfortable playing. Obviously, DG and J.A., both heavy minute guys, kind of started off the season with injuries. And whenever you come off an injury, it takes a little while to get your rhythm and get your legs back up under you. Isaac as well, coming back from his injury. So I think we're getting guys healthy. We're getting our legs up under us, and then we're playing better defense too, to be honest with you. The defense has picked up over the last couple of games. That's been our calling card, since I've been here.
You mentioned the guys and the team overall getting comfortable. In what way do you feel like you guys needed to get comfortable? Like, what was different that you had to adapt to?
They just playing with each other, playing together. Jay and DG both missed time in training camp, and I think training camp was, a time where you kind of gel and get used to playing together. And obviously we've got new guys too, so I think just getting comfortable, getting that synergy with one another.
JB said last night after the game that we saw you guys kind of celebrating each other, picking each other up, and having that brotherhood, that camaraderie. How important is that, and is that kind of part of getting to play together and this process of getting guys back?
Yeah, definitely. I think Coach said it today during film. That's kind of when we're at our best, when we're celebrating each other's successes and just having a good time playing basketball. So I think we got back to that last night, and that's definitely a point of emphasis moving forward.
Now that it's over and you got to experience it, how'd you feel about the in-season tournament?
It's fun. It's over for us, but it's not over for a couple other teams. So I know they'll be competing, trying to win that money, for their families, trying to get that championship. So I think it was good. I think, the fans really appreciated it, are still appreciating it. I watched the Warriors and the Kings game last night. That was a crazy game too. So I think the league is getting what they want out of it.
It's probably difficult to predict, but how do you think you're going to feel watching other teams competing for a championship that you don't have an opportunity?
Yeah, it's going to be a little different. I think for us, trying to find the positive of every situation. I think getting a couple days to rest after our next game will be huge for us. A couple guys coming back from some injuries would be huge to get those 3 days off. So just trying to find a positive in it, but it'll definitely be a little different.
How do you describe Max's defensive facility this year? It seems like it's taken quite a lot in terms of how he's played.
Yeah, Max is just one of those guys who knows how to play the game. He makes the right play. He can obviously shoot the ball very well, but he's a very skilled player. I think in Miami he was used as more of a shooter, but I think in the NBA you see it when guys move to different situations, how versatile and how good they are. I think Max is, an example of that. and he's been huge for us so far this season, not just shooting the ball, but on both ends of the ball, his energy, his leadership. I think he's been everything we needed him to be and more.
You mentioned the impact that Craig Porter Jr. has made off the bench. Why do you think somebody like him, who's an undrafted rookie, 23 years old, has been able to step in and thrive in this kind of environment?
He's got a calmness to himself that a lot of rookies don't have. Kind of like he's been there before. He doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low, and he's just having a good time out there. He knows how to play the game. He's played a lot of basketball. I think on junior college level. Obviously, he went to a really good school, played against really good competition. But he's just an example of a guy. I think he played 4 years at Wichita State. Someone who's, got a lot of experience in college, and it translates, to this level. So he's been great for us.
JB said that yesterday that Isaac Okoro is kind of like Deion Sanders or Darrell Revis. He shuts off one side of the court. How important is he to y'all's defense, and how have you kind of picked his brain when he was out?
Yeah, he's huge for our defense. I think you saw it last night. You can put him on 1 through 4, and he makes it super uncomfortable. In the league, it's hard to completely shut somebody down, but he makes it super uncomfortable, for a guy to get in rhythm. And especially for someone coming off the bench, that's tough to deal with. I think last night, obviously Bogdanovich was huge in their second unit, and he got his numbers, but it was tough for him. We made it extremely tough for him, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. So I think Ice is super underrated in what he does for our team.